Hello there, world. It's been a minute since we've talked, but just know solutions are on the horizon.
Infinite, but I was partly new. I had all the knowledge before I started school. If you believe it by yourself, then it's probably true. Ain't no stopping what I'm about to do. Yeah.
I've been quiet the past few months because I've been honestly reaching my breaking point. Not because I'm suicidal. I am way too sexy. Don't want to shoot myself and ruin this perfect face. I digress. Many of you know me as the greatest video maker, reactor, conspiragoat, commentator provocateur. However, in the current climate, I cannot continue to react. Too many people just want to react because it's inflammatory. Many now fill the void of the illusion of separation by parroting talking points everyone is saying, living in echo chambers fabricated to make you believe you're making a difference, but the only difference you're making is tightening the chains of your own enslavement to a system you couldn't even see you were helping create. From game shows to 16 and pregnant, and maybe even before. The creation and the fabrication of stars. 15 seconds, 15 minutes of fame. The basis of Hollywood, and now much long after, as that system now quells in comparison to the impact of our identity, social media, which has always been the last faction and final form in the legs of the beast. Digital, illusory enslavement to the matrix to come, to likes, comments, attention, the feelings of validation, of pride and tribe, and people coming together, even though we're worlds apart. And yet, together, by reacting, we don't avoid a threat, but dive deeper into it. Martial artists and warriors alike understand reacting and reaction and noticing is the most important key to survival. Without it, things go extinct, perish, or come to an end. Normally, by and via hunting. Hunting means to seek for sustenance, ours transformed into spiritual manipulation. For life is nothing but the dialogue that you have with yourself. And attention is energy, and the word is God. And it connects us all, and our words can affect things. And if life is the dialogue you have with yourself, then you are what you say you are, and if attention creates, it's all what you believe. And since we all believe what can capture our attention has power over us, then I'm done reacting. Think about it. Vaccines that killed, Palantir, Big Brother, CIA, surveillance, Gaza, genocide, poison food, satanic pedophiles, abortion. I mean, we can all see and feel the inversion and wickedness. We all see it and continue to react, but do nothing about it. If you don't believe what captures our attention is what has power over you, then you absolutely ignore the theory of prey being immobilized by fear when their predator approaches and they realize maybe they failed to pay attention and didn't notice how close it had got. Some freeze, some fight, and some notice only what they want to. The latter is the emphasis on the predator and its mind. The routes, patterns, behaviors, all become studied when life or death is on the line, while most don't realize it's all on the line. As they're online, they don't realize that the images and videos of terror has been used to put you and keep you still in a trance. An example, the Jeffrey Epstein list being covered up, etc., and are being programmed into fear-based paralysis that could only confirm you're captive via a captor. So what are you captivated by? To notice is to know and be aware of. Now look at your life and everyone you know. What do you and they know least about that affects most all of everyone's lives? That scare most into blind faith obedience due to the threat of violence or wrongdoing? The law, which is the inversion of this matrix, to break. The golden rule, do unto others as you want done unto you. The law of truth, fulfilled and proven by the universe. A smile for a smile, a gift for a gift, love for love. And harm for harm. That which does not harm equals sacred. That which causes harm to others who do not. Parasites, demons, and devils and that which uses the law against the people are worse than that. If they invert and you consent, then survival of the fittest states, you should have noticed, and it's not on them. Even the universe acknowledges and rewards a successful hunt and a righteous kill. Now what more of those who know and practice and hold the law for all those righteous, who respect the sacred and do no harm, just as it's due unto others as you would done unto you. It's also as you sow, so shall you reap. God provides seeds, the rain, water, earth, sun, and the environment for fruit and plants to grow, feed, and nourish all of us. All happens in accordance to the law of one and the universe, the song of life, harmony, and why we strive for others we love. Harmony creates beauty because of the vibrations and energy it is encapsulated in. This is why we love singing and music, because it harmonizes our own. In divine law, all must be done to harmonize the universe. Notice threats and neutralize them. Jails were created to neutralize public threats. That brought harmony back to the community. And now, those same places house the righteous. Jails and prisons function of the call and song of the wild. The wild will immediately dismiss themselves as something they don't find beneficial to the whole. The annoying, the lame, the weak, the slow, and pray. Why do you think it's called pray? Because the word is God. And you'd like a line to immediately correct what is finally caught up to you due to lack of paying attention or noticing the threat of another's actions or your own, and failing to react promptly enough to reaping the rewards of your actions sowed. And everyone who doesn't know the law is prey to those who do, enforce, and create it. Most live in a country or state where they don't even know the laws that govern them, but will blindly do what they are told. Asinine. Think about all the times you almost died, but got saved. By chance, fate, God, or some dumb shit. Divine intervention. You could have died and got hit by that car, slipped and fell, choked, got sick, or shot in the head. That was an obvious reference to the strip to make this video timely, because time is of the essence. And now is the time to focus on now, because we are so privileged in today's world that we can have food that is poison delivered to us and not have to pick the berries we know, by noticing, are poisonous. And now we just accept what's offered and fail to come back to knowing the living law of give and receive. And if you take or consume what's not beneficial, it's your own fault. A kill is always a kill in the eyes of the universe. Let he who would be deceived be deceived. For those who notice and know will always lead everyone else back to harmony, safety, and peace. Most say they follow a religion, but don't do anything to lead others to their faith. Instead, they war, demonize the other religions and others who don't follow. And this is why education is all. Most people believe Eve was deceived in the Garden of Eden because someone or something withheld information from her that later was damning, literally, and would have been beneficial to know in the first place, which is why I am done reacting. Censorship is the inversion of truth teaching and the suppression of telling all that which could benefit them. Most will say and acknowledge that fear is how they control and program, yet in their day-to-day lives they can't see how they've been programmed by it. For most, the idea of meeting a demon is enough to make them feel nervous and initiate a fear response in them physiologically. And that same response mechanism and function is what gives power to the illusion of powers in our lives. Judges, man-made authority, governments, military, public officials, etc. These corporations and organizations are people organized together, supposedly, for the benefit and on behalf of their respective society. And yet you feel fear like you would of a demon when thinking about standing before or in the presence of a judge, to be or being judged for things you've done wrong, publicly, all in front of your peers and community, for them to witness and also be forced to judge the outcome of what someone you gave authority over your life to tell you what you did wrong. The ultimate shaming ritual. All the things you have done wrong for the world to judge and see This is most everyone's fear. Agreed? Some rather sin against God behind closed doors, instead of allowing their peer to know or see their sins. Good and evil, yet evil hides its sins from the good, in the same way as the good looks to not get caught by anyone for what they might do that one could perceive wrong. And right there, inversion complete. Now, when you get pulled over, you're nervous and don't know why. Your first thought is to think, did I do something wrong? And here is hell, and the ultimate version of hell on earth. If hell is basically ongoing torture and fear, and questioning why you're there, and what you did wrong, and why it's all happening to you, then what more of living in constant fear because you don't know the law? The underlying theme as to why you are enslaved in a system that can do wrong unto you, and you have to be the victim because you don't know the rules of the game you're playing. You know the chemicals in the food are bad they give you to eat, and that the sodas and junk food make you sick, yet continue to live in a society not providing you with better options. You have people who are trying to do the right and righteous thing, to then be put in jail to protect people who don't deserve or are worthy of the protection, as they are the ones doing harm, hiding behind the very organizations made on behalf of the benefit of the people. And it continues to happen, all because you never learned the law. Most can tell me everything about their favorite subject, star, or celebrity, but can tell me nothing about the system they are living and dwelling in, and co-creating. How can you follow rules to a game you don't realize you're complying to, maybe even unwillingly? Unless you start learning. How can you follow a system where you fear the laws you don't even know, but continue to subject yourself to their presumed authority over your life? If that made you stop and pause, and doesn't, or didn't make sense to you just now, good. Because once you reach I don't know, you can insert a new belief, and have reached base level consciousness programming. And now, we can begin deprogramming illusion and reprogramming sovereignty and righteousness. To react is a subconscious thing. We react to what we feel threatens us in any way. Our ideas, beliefs, passions, and loves. It's time to take back our divine birthrights and know the law, so our own ignorance can never be weaponized against us again. This is why sovereign law exists. To tie it all together and equip the future warriors of earth and protectors of everything, sacred, righteous, and holy, with the sword they will use to govern honorably for the benefit of all living humans and humanity as one. Welcome to the beginning of knowing, and I thank you for your time and attention. Beginning now, you notice for good. Sovereign law. Divine law follows divine truth, and the truth is and was, you were always free. The ultimate inversion was tricking you into thinking you were not, then making you pay for existing. Existence has always been free. So if what you do or provide doesn't allow all to be provided or be given value and freedom, then it's not sovereign or real. Welcome to sovereign law, uncommon law, where you become lawful.